second semifinal matchup features the visiting Lady Lions of Potter's House Christian and the home sports academy. Here are tonight's lineups for the Lady Lions. A guard, number 4, Victoria Smalls. A guard, number 15, Samaya Carroll. A forward, number 21, Cairo Williams. A guard, number 25, Alicia Pinero. A forward, number 30, Mariah Lane. And here are the starting lineups for the DME Sports Academy. A 5'6" guard from Apopka, Florida, number 3, Mary McMillan. 5'8" guard from Apopka, Florida, number 1, Kalani Cantone. A 5'10" forward from Claremont, Florida, number 33, Keanu Ward. A 5'8" guard from Chesapeake, Virginia, number 21, Tyler Hackett. 5'11" guard from Daytona Beach, number 11, Alexis Duckett.
And we're just about ready to go here in our second SIAA Women's Semifinal matchup tonight from the DME Sports Academy here in Daytona Beach. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. It's the DME Sports Academy girls and the home whites against the Potter's House Lady Lions out of Jacksonville, Florida in the visiting blues. And we're ready to tip it off. The winner of this matchup will take on West Oaks in the championship tomorrow. Ball in the air, here we go. Underway with DME winning the opening tip. And an opening 3 from the corner is short for Happer. Potter's House will have its first crack at offense. A give and go results in a turnover. Williams couldn't handle the pass. Stolen by DME. Happer now driving to the hoop but has her shot blocked by Lane. Williams to the high post for Demerite. Now inside for Lane. The kick out. A bobble from Victoria Smalls before handling the loose ball. Back to the foul line Lane. It's to Smalls. A deep 3 is short. But Potter's House with the rebound.
Shot it with confidence.
Now, why not? Smalls made 5 3-pointers against DME earlier this year. She averages 14 points a game. That's tops for the Lady Lions.
Potter's House looks like they're coming out trying to do a lot of give and go. Really trying to pass and cut to the basket.
And they're unable to inbound under their own hoop. 5-second violation turns it over to DME.
Quick timeout by Potter's House.
Coach Tony Bannister not pleased with his team and the way they've started here in the first 51 seconds despite no score just yet. West Oaks won our first matchup tonight by more than 20 points, beating the Rock, and now one of these two teams trying to have a chance to face them in tomorrow's championship. Third matchup this year between DME and Potter's House. DME won each of the first 2 matchups in the regular season. First on the road in December, beating them 76-71, and then here on this floor, just about a month ago, they beat Potter's House 76-38. A much larger score than was anticipated for that matchup. Now Potter's House hoping tonight is the charm here in this third matchup.
Well, I think both teams just come out a little nervous. This game right here is going to be pretty competitive. I think both teams just come out a little nervous. That's the one you want to see get going if you're DME.
Alexis Duckett missing the 3.
You want to see Alexis Duckett get going if you're DME.
She received 2 more offers this past week, including one from Seton Hall. About 10 different Division I universities have offered her the chance to come play for them. She's a heck of a player here for DME, a junior that averages 15 points per game, tops on the squad. There's Duckett with an air ball from the corner, and she starts 0 of 2. Happer with the steal. Her pass deflected out of bounds. DME will inbound in a scoreless game.
You'd almost say both teams, both coaches, looking at them defensively, they've come out with a good scout. You see Potter's House, Coach Bannister coaching each trip, each possession, each person who has the ball. There's a scout there.
Here's Mary McMillan. Just a sophomore for DME. Plays a lot more experience than that. She does an excellent job running the offense. McMillan. Back to McMillan. Here's Duckett. Third time. Short as well. She's slow to start.
If I'm DME, and I don't know what Coach Panaggio has in the playbook, but might want to get something backdoor just to get the nerves off your team. Something easy to get an easy layup and to really get your team unnervous.
That pull-up jumper at the side of the backboard for Sampson. Third shot of possession, rims out for Sampson. Here comes DME. Duckett with the pull-up, 0-4 to begin.
Still looking for that first one to see go through the hoop.
Nice sidestep and the lefty lay-in for Fields.
Coach Bannister feels good about it. Jackets off. We're now full-fledged vest over there.
Nice burgundy-type suit for Coach Bannister. Keani Moore gets her shot rejected in the lane, stays with it, and draws a foul on a triple team for the Lady Lions.
That's a right call. A lot of hands there. Possibly could have called it on the drive. I know Coach Bannister's going to work the official on that, but you had to get one of them. You can't foul them 3 times and not get one of them, Coach.
Coach Michael Panaggio, the first-year head coach for DME, going sans sports coat, matched up against the longtime head coach of Potter's House, Tony Bannister, with the 3-piece suit. That has quickly become 2 pieces. 2-0 lead to start for Potter's House. Cantone driving from the corner. The pull-up bunny is knocked down.
It looks like what Potter's House is going to do is they're really going to pressure the basketball, and then away from the ball, they're going to do a good job of sagging to the middle of the paint, trying to really make it a physical basketball game.
Fields couldn't get the bank to go. McMillan down the lane, draws a foul, and I believe they're going to call it a shooting foul as well. Yep, 2 free throws from Mary McMillan. They ruled she was trying to go up with it. And she'll head to the line for a pair in a 2-2 game, just 3 minutes in. McMillan orchestrates this offense. She leads the team in assists, averaging better than 5 a game. 9 points per game for the sophomore. Even 4 rebounds for the guard as she hits the first free throw. Does a little bit of everything. McMillan gets both free throws to go, giving DME its first lead of the night. 4-2, DME in front. 3 minutes and change gone by, just underway in the semifinal matchup. Fields with the awkward runner, gets it to bounce in.
Good drive right there. It looks like everything right now from Potter's House is we're going to attack the rim, and we're going to try to get to the rim as much as possible via cut or via drive the ball. DME has settled for a lot of jump shots.
And hitting that one is Tyla Happer, who had 4 threes in the last matchup between these two. She knocks down her first triple tonight. Fields getting it poke free, stolen by McMillan, but she saves it right back to Fields. Ball rotation leads to a 3-pointer. That's airballed by Bannister, the coach's daughter. And a foul on the second effort from Williams. So 2 free throws here for Potter's House, trailing 7-4.
A lot of times you wonder if your team really reflects your coach. And in Potter's House situation, I think they do. Look at those uniforms. Those are nice. Coach dresses nice. Team looks nice. Unbelievable.
Trying to think back to about a month ago when Potter's House was here the first time. A game that we broadcasted on the live stream. I think they were wearing different uniforms then as well.
Coach Bannister believes in looking nice.
Yeah, many different options for his girls in the uniform game.
You know, Coach Bannister here, notice how they're guarding the point guard there. I think her last name is McMillan. She got away with footsteps there. They're really making her go left. They're taking away the right side of the court.
Bannister with the steal. And then a foul called against DME. Tony Bannister, the head coach, his daughter Tesha, a senior, who is second on the team in scoring, averaging 10 points per game, also a 4.0 student. Here she is dribbling into the lane. The runner thrown up in the air, never got to the rim. Tuck it ahead to McMillan for the scoop off the glass.
Good pass in the open floor. Good job of keeping your head up. Gave it to her at the right time, able to go make a play.
Hardison in the high post. And a steal from Cantone on the baseline. She'll push up the court for DME. Kicks out to McMillan. Now Happer, extra pass for Duckett. And Duckett gets on the board with the triple. And Tony Bannister forced to take his second timeout. 5 minutes in with DME leading. They have it on the scoreboard 12-6, but I believe they only gave Duckett 2 points on that three-pointer there in the corner. And regardless, DME either way jumping out to the early advantage in the opening 5 minutes here on their home floor.
You know, I think if you're Coach Bannister coming into this game, just watching the way things are playing out, you felt like you had to make it kind of a street fight or an ugly basketball game. DME wants it to be kind of pretty where they can dribble it, they can pass it, they can run their offense. And Coach Bannister, all he's trying to do right now is get me to the last 10 minutes. Get me to 10 minutes where my expertise, where I've been in this game for numerous years, can hopefully give his team a chance to win.
He's used 2 timeouts in the first 5 minutes after not liking what he has seen from his Lady Lions. They were last year's champions, winning on this floor on the first weekend of March here in Daytona a year ago. They beat the Rock by 6 points. The Rock eliminated earlier tonight against West Oaks, who will be in the championship tomorrow against the winner of this game. There's a steal again for DME. This time Cantone, as she's fouled in transition, will head to the line for 2.
You know, spacing right now offensively is kind of hard for DME. I'm sorry, for Potter's House. Offensively, DME kind of extended the pressure, trapped a little bit there. Spacing was a challenge.
There's Cantone at the line for 2. And she gets the first to go. A 67% free throw shooter as a sophomore this year for DME. Cantone knocks them both down. Only 7 players on the roster for DME. Cantone, one of 5 that averages 9 points or better. Not a lot of depth available for Coach Panaggio. As the pass from Hayden couldn't be handled inside, it's stolen by Duckett. Duckett firing to McMillan. The hesitation and the banking.
You know, great job in the open floor, but I really like the body control there of McMillan. Really kept her feet, good footwork, showed the ball, and was able to finish.
A 10-point lead for DME in the opening 6 minutes. Runner short for Carroll and a foul on a second effort.
You know, 16-6 right now, Coach Bannister is trying to orchestrate some sort of offense. You know, can our defense create offense? What can we do to score the basketball? Because I'll be honest with you, DME is starting to get comfortable.
DME will send in Brianna Rayner as Kiani Moore checks out. Davis gets the second free throw to go after the miss.
You know, I've always found it best for me to miss that one if I've got a sub for me at the scores table. I want a few more minutes.
Always seems like a cruel reward to make a free throw or two and then be taken out of the game immediately. Full court press from Potter's House, broken with ease from DME, and now they almost turn it over in the front court. Duckett tips the pass to herself, drive and kick to the corner. Three for Happer is good. That's her second.
You know, if you're Potter's House, that's a 5-point play. You got your tip, got away with the travel, and then they make one extra pass. I tell you, that's one thing I've been impressed with DME. They've made the extra pass for wide open shots several times.
3 threes already on the score sheet for DME tonight. They lead by a dozen. Off a steal, here's McMillan to Happer. A deep two is good, and she has 8 quick points. 21-7 is the DME lead, 7 minutes in. There's Hayden. Hayden attacking. Falling on her way into the lane. She lost it out of bounds, turns it back to DME. Rayner fighting for the rebound inside, and it will stay here with DME possessing a 14-point lead.
Coach Bannister running them in and out of there, trying to find someone who's going to rebound for him. But once again, DME shooting, playing horse out there from the three-point line.
He gets Williams and his daughter Tesha Bannister back in there, 2 of the top 4 leading scorers on this team. He needs them out there down 14. There's an offensive foul called against DME. I think they're going to get it on Tyler Happer. Setting a moving screen.
Right call. Duckett never let her get set there.
And we get our first look on the DME side at Marissa Rulbach. Checking in, Tyler Happer with her 8 points will come out. DME with just 7 players. Potter's House with 16 dressed, and Coach Bannister, as mentioned, shuffles them in and out at will. Cantone in the front court for DME, up 14. There's McMillan. Back to Cantone. Pull up off the mark, gets her own rebound. Ball never hit the rim, so shot clock did not reset.
Coach Bannister begging for rebounds over there, begging. Down 14, begging his team.
McMillan down the teeth of the defense, draws the foul. And with 3 on the shot clock, she'll head to the line for 2. And McMillan knocks down the free throw. She's already made 3 free throws tonight. Maybe the only weak spot of her game, a 54% free throw shooter from the line. So she's been as good as gold this evening, 4 of 4 from the stripe. DME leads 23-7.
Look comfortable there.
Fields, drive and kick. Bannister on the pull-up. And a foul on the rebound.
You know, if I was Coach Bannister there, I was okay shooting that 3. You know, we got a cross-court pass. You know, they're coming from a long closeout.
And the Lady Lions will pick up in the front court. As dropping back was Carroll, and McMillan will walk it up for DME. Duckett in the corner, double team, finds McMillan. McMillan with a nice feed inside, and Rayner finishes it. Williams spinning to the lane, drawing the foul. Couldn't get the bank shot to go. She'll have to earn him from the line. Williams with her third made free throw of the game already. 5 fouls aside, 9:19 to go in the first half. And DME leading 25-8.
You know, once again, I think if you're Potter's House, you're still just looking for offense. You know, defensively, except for not rebounding, I don't know if you can be terribly upset with what you've done defensively if you're Potter's House.
Rollback with a quick catch and shoot from the corner that never got to the rim.
Now, I don't know if Coach Panaggio wanted that shot right there.
Seemed a little rush as Duckett almost with a steal saved it to the other team. Williams. Lane on the block, spinning, shooting, unable to complete it. Williams with the rebound. Put back is short. Duckett brings it out of the pile. Cantone. Cross court to McMillan. Her runner could not be banked in. And a foul call on the floor as Naismith was trying to go coast to coast.
You know, we're in a similar situation as we were last game. If you're Potter's House, I think the number's 10. 8 to 10. Get to the locker room, talk about it, figure out where we can find some offense, and see if you can make a game out of this thing.
That was the final foul to give for DME, so free throws starting with the next one. Off the inbounds, Williams trying to power it up.
Great pass.
Duckett on the pull-up, off the mark.
She's got to be able to get the three off. I think she's got to be quick enough to get that off.
Cantone with her third steal, nobody within a mile, and she lays it in. DME leading 27-9. Less than 8 to go first half. And the bucket for Kyra Williams. Now the press. McMillan with the ability to break it on her own. Gets some help here from Cantone. Roll back. Three-pointer. No good. Duckett there for the rebound. The foul. The finish on and one.
You know, McMillan right there, she's so savvy. Comes down, ball in the right hand, changes it over to the left just to split the trap. Savvy point guard. Only a sophomore, like you were saying earlier.
Doesn't play like it.
Not at all.
Duckett finishes the old-fashioned three-point play. DME leading 30-11 with 7.5 to go in the first half. Davis pressured out on the perimeter. Gets rid of it, but standing on the sideline. And turning it over is Sienna Hardison when she received that pass. DME came into this matchup on back-to-back losses for the first time in about 6 weeks. And they're playing some of their best basketball here to begin their semifinal matchup in the SIAA against Potter's House. They lead by 19 with the basketball. Duckett from the foul line, short. Roll back, tracks down the rebound. McMillan to Cantone. Cross-court Duckett, fakes one way, drives the other. Rollback's pass stolen away.
Once again, got to find offense if you're Potter's House.
Rollback, a sophomore from DeLand, playing a little bit hurried here in the first half. As Fields couldn't finish the lay-in, and then Rayner threw away the outlet pass. The Potter's House can't capitalize as Lane missed the third shot of the possession. Cantone airballing a three. Rebound was thrown out of bounds off of Rollback, and so it'll go over to Potter's House.
Timeout DME. You know, I think what Coach Panaggio, the reason he's taking this timeout is guys, we're up 19. Let's go ahead and stretch this thing to 27, and then let's, really grind out possessions and they need to rest players also, bench wise and do different things. And I think if you're Coach Bannister right now, it's a matter of how can we score the basketball? How can we score the basketball?
It's going to wind up being a full timeout for DME. DME leading 30-11 here against Potter's House. And so DME with the early 19-point lead against Potter's House. When these two teams played in the regular season, it was a tale of different halves. A 5-point game in the first matchup, then a 38-point win for DME in the second matchup. And so far, they seem to be on their way to a similar result with this 19-point lead. Potter's House with just 11 points in the first 12 minutes. And DME offensively shooting the ball well. Coach Benaggio turned that 30-second timeout into a full timeout. Out of the break, the Lady Lions will have it down 19.
He had plenty of time to do a lot of talking over there. That was one of the longest timeouts I've ever been part of.
Fields. Pass off the mark to Lane. Tracking it down is Smalls. Smalls, the team leading scorer, hasn't really had the ball in her hands very much today. And a foul called against Duckett for DME. That'll lead to a 1-and-1 try for Potter's House. Both teams in the bonus for the final 6 minutes of the half.
Once again, I think DME is going to ask the same question that West Oaks is asking. If we get key players in foul trouble, how are we going to score? Coach Bannister once again running them in and out over there, trying to find a combination that fits and executes.
Fields off the offensive rebound, couldn't finish the putback try, gets it again. A kick out, a three-pointer. Bricked by Naismith. McMillan in transition, taking on a triple team. She got it knocked free. Players on the floor. McMillan gets it back. Roback now with it, and she'll throw it right to the other team. Stolen away. Williams to the hoop, draws the foul, and a frenetic play results in free throws for Potter's House.
We kind of knew what Williams was going to try to do with that basketball when she had it at half court. There was no doubt she was going in and try to finish at the rim.
Can't finish the first free throw.
One for her last three. I don't think she's been out yet. I wonder if fatigue is setting in. The pace has been pretty fanatic.
Salvages the second. DME leading 30-13 with 5.5 to go in the first half. McMillan to break the pressure. Here comes a double team at midcourt. She's trapped. She's tied up. She's flung to the floor. And she's holding the back of her head. You have to be careful. It'll lead to a 1-on-1 try for McMillan if she can get to the line. But with all we know these days with the concussions and head trauma in sports, always fearful when you see a player hit their head on the court like that. And she got thrown to the ground in a double team at midcourt on a hard foul. Coach Benaggio making sure she's fine to continue, and she'll step to the line for the 1-on-1 try.
I'm a little confused by the ruling here, though. I believe she's going to have a sub come in right here.
Typically when you force a stoppage and the medical staff to come out on the court.
I believe we're going to have a sub here.
And the officials explaining things to Tony Bannister on the Powderhouse side. He doesn't seem to be pleased.
You know, I agree with Coach Bannister on this point right here because, you know, he's exactly right. Medical staff came out. The game was stopped. I do believe now, you know, I do believe she's got to have a sub.
McMillan currently standing at the free throw line. And Tony Bannister still pleading his case with the three-man referee crew. And now they're going to bring in Michael Panaggio from the DME side. Nope, they're going to call for a sub.
Yep. That's the right call. I agree. That's the right call. You know, I can appreciate a delay here as long as we get it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if I was DME and I was Coach Panaggio, I would want her over there, you know, with trainers and stuff taking a look because, like you said earlier, with concussions and head trauma and all that, you just can't risk it in these young players anymore.
Absolutely. McMillan being looked at on the bench. From our vantage point, she seems to be okay, but DME will make sure.
Maybe Coach Bannister maybe not wanted the sub. Maybe she'll let her stay in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Coach Panaggio only with two options on the bench, and he just so happened to have Tyler Happer on the bench, who's the best free throw shooter on the team at 85%. So he gets to have her shoot the free throws for McMillan, and now McMillan can come right back in.
We're still wrong here. She still can't come back in because we haven't played a possession yet.
And I think that's what Coach Bannister's trying to say.
He's exactly right.
And the officials, as we can over here, said that she can come in because of the dead ball, but there was never a possession. She didn't actually sit out for anything. So Coach Bannister will try to plead his case again. It already worked once so far. Currently, DME leading 32-13 with 5:22 to go, and it looks like they'll allow McMillan to stay in.
You know, Coach Bannister is right, but at this point in the ball game, it's a minute point. You got to figure out how to put the ball in the hole.
Mm-hmm. There's Fields. Fields with the runner. She can't put it in. Rebound, tip to Hayden, and she's fouled.
Right call. Right call. You know, DME come out zone there, and I think it's just a matter of we've got a couple reserves in. We want to protect the lead. But if you're going to go zone, you can't let the ball be driven directly to the rim.
Hayden makes the free throw. A lot of fouls in this one as well. Both teams in the bonus, 16 fouls in total. And both free throws good. Now McMillan pressured again in the backcourt. Here comes a double team. She blows past it. Passes ahead to Roback, and it's ripped away and stolen by the Lady Lions. Pass inside, the layup, bouncing around and falling for Fields.
You know, once again, DME, Potter's House is trying to create offense off of defense. That may be their best plan to score here.
Cantone breaking the pressure with the pass ahead to Duckett. DME up 15. Duckett fouled from behind by Naismith. She'll shoot 1-1.
Remember I said the game itself has to get ugly for Potter's House to have the best chance to be successful and move on. The uglier the game, the more turnovers, the better chance Potter's House has.
And Duckett gets the roll on the first free throw. Most of the players didn't realize it was a 1-on-1. Doesn't matter anyways. Duckett makes them both. DME up 34-17. 4:35 to go in the first half. Fields gets the runner.
You can't give that up if you're in zone. Coach Panaggio, I guarantee, is going to be upset about that at halftime.
She shot it right over a double team. As McMillan is able to get it across midcourt. Ahead to Duckett. Pull-up jumper in the corner is buried.
You know, let me ask you this about Duckett. Great pull-up jumper. Won't take anything away. Good high release. Can she play at the rim? Is she that type of player? I've seen her settle for jumper several times. Is that going to hurt her at the next level?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not sure if we've seen enough of that this year from Duckett. There's a pull-up. Rims in and out, was halfway down.
It's a big three if it goes.
Airballed instead by Hayden out of bounds.
You know, I think the magical number right now for Potter's House, looking at time and scores, 12. You know, let's go in down 12, make some adjustments, and see what we can get going here.
Full court press for the Lady Lions. They trail by 17 currently. 36-19, 3:34 to go first half. Winner will take on West Oaks in tomorrow's championship. Rayner threw it away. Layup. Too high off the glass for Smalls. A foul on the putback, and it will send Naismith to the line for two. Or rather, it's Davis. Excuse me. Davis to the line.
You know, a wise man who I wants to know used to have a name for Potter's House's offense. Run, shoot, holla, follow. Run everywhere, shoot it as quick as you can, holla, and go follow it and get it and stick it back in.
That was that possession to a T as Davis misses both free throws. But the rebound pulled away by Potter's House. Demerite couldn't finish the runner. Here's McMillan for DME.
Once again, watch forcing her left.
Single digits on the shot clock. Here's Duckett. Pull up from the foul line. Knocked down.
Once again, great jump shot. You know, very impressive. My question is that one of those times where that ball needs to be at the rim?
Turnaround jumper is bricked for Lane from the foul line. Putback doesn't go for Davis. Rayner at the rebound. Here's Duckett in transition, and Duckett finishes. Referee's timeout with 2:32 to go. An injured Lady Lion as DME leads 40-19, and Potter's House will have an opportunity to sub. It looks like it's Demerite clenching her left arm, and she'll be looked at on the sideline.
Back to the zone.
Bannister missing the three. Rebounded by Williams, and she puts it back. Oh, and the clock never ran, so the officials stopping the action. It looks like they lost power over there at the scores table.
You know, I wonder if the zone that DME has gone to is more designed to rest or designed to protect from fouling.
So they take 11 seconds off the clock, and now we have another stoppage. They have to adjust the score. That's the next step of the process. So 2:21 left first half. DME leading 40-21 as we get back to basketball. McMillan blowing past the defense into the front court. Pull up from the foul line. Off the side of the rim. Rayner with the putback, rims out. Second try, good with the foul.
You know, great effort there. You know, one of the things you hear scouts and people talk about all the time, and we use this a lot, is multiple hustle plays in one possession. So A lot of kids today, they're great at one hustle play or they do the right thing, but can you do it 2 or 3 times in the same possession?
22-point lead for DME as we close in on the final 2 minutes of the first half. Williams into the corner for Naismith. Now Hayden, runner, off the mark, rebound. We'll keep it here as DME knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, Coach Benaggio didn't like that, but that one was pretty obvious.
Victoria Smalls will check in for Potter's House. She's the leading scorer, 14 points per game. We actually haven't seen a whole lot of her tonight. When she's been on the floor, she hasn't had the ball in her hands a ton. She wears number 4, standing on the wing. Inbounds pass instead goes to Fields, the leading scorer tonight. There's Smalls jacking a 3, and it rims off. Put back try, no for Naismith. Third shot off the mark for Hayden. And DME up ahead to Happer, sidestepping to the hoop for the finish.
Looks like Tom Brady back there at the quarterback position.
Results in the bucket for Happer, putting her into double digits with 10 points now as McMillan gets a steal. McMillan laying it in. And just like that, DME creating quite the separation here late in the first half. 3 no good for Smalls. Foul on the rebound as Rayner controlled it for DME.
You know, if you're Coach Bannister down 26, you know, I think you just got to get something going offensively.
Free throw good for Rayner.
And every time right now you foul DME, they walk to the line and seem to make free throws. But I'll say this about Coach Benaggio. You know, I think their schedule has prepared them for this game because they've been all over the country. They've played, you know, talented teams, and I think that's prepared them to walk in and be able to give this kind of performance today.
DME up 49-21, a minute 10 left first half. A deep 3 that comes up short for Bannister. And Potter's House has been cold from beyond the arc here in this first half. Cantone. Final minute of the first half, she gives to McMillan. Back to Cantone. Pull up from inside the arc. Short. Happer with the rebound. Happer with the kick out. Wide open 3 for Duckett is short and falls into the lap of Smalls. Smalls trying from beyond the arc. Couldn't dial it up.
Well, that looked good. Good hustle right there by Williams. That looked good the whole way.
Final 30 seconds first half. DME up 28. Here's Smalls stepping out further. This 3 no good as well.
She shot that one from McDonald's. Right down the road there.
Not afraid to shoot it from anywhere.
Maybe Buffalo Wild Wings.
Final 10 seconds here of the half. DME up 28. Pull up for Cantone. Rims out. Rebounded by Smalls. 3 seconds left. Smalls from midcourt at the buzzer. And it'll be DME going into the half, leading 49-21 against Potter's House. Looking for a chance to take on West Oaks in tomorrow's championship.
You know, impressive first half by DME. You know, I'm a little stunned, to be honest with you, at the score. Just because, you know, Potter's House got it to the rim a couple times, but they're having such a hard time scoring it, especially in the half court.
DME leading 49-21. What does Potter's House need to try to do differently here moving forward as they get back in this one?
You know, I think they had the right idea by driving it to the rim and using their athleticism. The problem is they didn't finish when they got to the rim. And then they turned it over in some bad spots. I mean, at the end of the day, this time of year, if you can't score and execute in the half court, it's hard to be successful in tournament time. And right now, the only way they seem to be able to generate offense is off of pressure defense and stuff like that. So that's the part that's got to, I think if you're Coach Bannister, you just go in and you say, look, guys, we're going to come out, we're going to press, we're going to shoot it the first chance we get, and everybody's got to go rebound. And if we get beat 50, we get beat 50, but that gives us the best chance to win this basketball game.
What has impressed you most from the DME side is they've built a 28-point lead?
Their passing is probably the most impressive thing from a standpoint of assists. They seem to do a great job of one more, which you don't see in the girls' game a lot. A lot of times the girls' game, you don't see a lot of drive, kick, one more, hit the wide-open three. And I think they've been pretty good in the open floor. Anytime they've had 2-on-1, 3-on-2s, they've done a great job of executing. My question is for them is tomorrow night, Lexa Duckett, if they're in that game, she can't come out 0 for 4, 0 for 5. You can't be arguably one of the 3 best players on the basketball court and come out and do that. And I think Coach Benaggio will look at it and he'll say, how can we get something easy to get her going tomorrow? And then I don't know if you can settle for jump shots. I think tomorrow night's game is going to be a game of who gets in foul trouble. Both teams are skilled. Both teams have really good guards, but who's going to avoid foul trouble? I think that's the question going into tomorrow night.
For West Oaks and for DME, fouls have been an issue in their game so far tonight. Slow start for Lexi Duckett, but Tyler Happer leading the way with 12 points for DME, and they lead at the half 49-21. We'll be back in about 7 minutes with the second half as DME trying to punch its ticket now to take on West Oaks in tomorrow's championship here in the SIAA tournament from Daytona Beach. Second half coming up right here in the live stream from Daytona in about 7 minutes.
on the floor there. We put our points up. I was like, boy, ruthless. Thanks for coming. You know, Coach Benaggio was in there for quite a long time. I'd hate to see what happened if they were down 20.
DME leading 49-21 over Potter's House as we're set to start the second half, and DME 18 minutes away from a matchup with the West Oaks in tomorrow's championship. Last year it was the Rock losing to Potter's House Christian in the championship. The Rock has already fallen earlier tonight, and the Potter's House Lady Lions in jeopardy of doing the same after they have won the last handful of championships here in the SIAA. We're underway in half number 2. It begins with a quick three that comes up short for Victoria Smalls and Potter's House. DME in the home whites up 28. Pull up for Duckett from the foul line short. Cantone with the rebound.
Boy, good hesitation there. Good ball movement.
Cantone. Back to Duckett. Happer. Three-pointer is knocked down. She has 15 points and 3 threes.
You know, the problem Potter's House has right now, what they're trying to do defensively, is great give, by the way, is that DME passes the ball so well, they're going to wind up getting wide open looks from the corner no matter what happens with what Potter's House is doing.
Cantone passing out of the double team. Cross-court pass, knocked out of bounds by Smalls.
You know, I'm sure Coach Bannister at halftime leaned a lot on pride, you know, talking about the history of the program, talking about the 5 state titles. I'm sure he leaned on that coming out here in the second half.
Cantone picks up the loose ball. 5 to shoot. Here's Moore at the foul line. 2 to shoot. Cantone won't even get it off.
You know, DME looked a little conservative that trip. You know, it's don't really understand why they didn't attack there. You know, but here's one thing about a basketball player. This is so funny. If it works, they'll go do something else. It's like the success. They just want to go do something else.
Ball movement for the Lady Lions. Williams with a spin and a finish off the window.
Tough shot. Down 27?
52-25, DME leading 2 minutes into the second half. Duckett couldn't hit the pull-up. There's Sampson.
Big three right here.
Smalls from beyond the arc comes up.
Great rebound.
Put back too strong for Williams. Nothing going the way of Potter's House. As Duckett in the front court. Gives out to McMillan.
The calming factor.
Duckett zipping it over to Cantone.
Once again, ball movement.
Cantone for three. Knocks it down. It's a 30-point lead for DME. 55-25.
All they're able to do right now is spread Potter's House out and play horse. Good move.
But Fields couldn't finish. Williams gets the putback. She leads the team in rebounds, averaging 8 a game with 7 points. She's had quite a few rebounds, especially on the offensive end tonight. McMillan, coast to coast, and then had her pass stolen by Smalls.
Smalls loves that one.
From the parking lot, she can't hit the three. Moore with the block on the putback try, and a tie up inside. Haven't seen a ton of Moore tonight for DME, but gets her 45th block of the year there. She can be a force inside defensively. Squad subs for Potter's House. They trail 55-27 with 4:41 to go in the game. DME with their press breaker. Inbounds pass. Oh, it got through 2 Lady Lions out of bounds. DME fortunate to keep it.
Frustrating there for Coach Bannister. Thought he had a spread them out. Good ball movement. They'll get shots.
Moore couldn't finish. A late whistle will send her to the line. Moore short with the first free throw. Typically has a good touch for a forward. 67% free throw shooter for Kiani Moore. 5'10 junior from Claremont, Florida. Averages a double-double. 11 points, 11 rebounds a game this year. She's been quiet tonight, but DME is still leading by near 30 points. As Moore's free throw makes it a 29-point lead. 56-27. Almost 4 minutes into the second half. Fields couldn't finish the runner on the give and go. And the outlet pass, Duckett saves to the opposition. Williams striding down the lane and
great
finishing.
Move.
McMillan breaks the press with Moore. Duckett pull up from the foul line off the back iron. Fields with a rebound. Fields coast to coast, couldn't roll it in. McMillan ahead to Cantone. Cantone driving to the hoop. She couldn't complete it. Back and forth we go. DME up 27.
But this is how Potter's House needs the game.
That shot.
Potter's House needs the game to be chaotic and like this to maximize their chance to win.
Duckett gets it stripped out of bounds.
You know, she tried to attack the rim, though, and that's one of the things we talked about just a little bit ago was that part right there.
So DME will inbound under its own basket. 13-13 to go, second half. DME leading 56-29. West Oaks beat the Rock earlier tonight by 23 points. And the winner of this matchup will face West Oaks tomorrow in the championship. McMillan drawing the foul.
You know, Coach Benaggio's over there begging his kids to move the ball. .7-point ball game, 13 minutes to play. You know, once again, I think if you're Potter's House, just keep grinding, try to get it to 15, try to get it to 17. Give yourself a chance.
Smalls will check back in for Potter's House.
Smalls going to shoot that joker. She's ready right now. Just throw it to her. She'll shoot it right here. Let it fly. Oh, now we got it. She was too close to shoot it. She wasn't deep enough.
Guess so. And Sampson wasn't expecting the pass either, with Smalls always in range. So Potter's House turns it over.
Smalls was ready when the van pulled in.
She's not afraid to pull it.
No, she walked in with her wrist cocked. If I'd have had that type of light when I was in high school, well, I still wouldn't have been very good, but it would have helped my confidence. Oh, that's a push in the back. Yeah. Cannot argue that one. Can't argue that one.
Ref's all over it. Kiana Moore picking up the foul.
The problem is she wanted to argue that one. Generally, if someone's in front of you and they hit the standard that holds up the goal, there's going to be a push in the back on. Big three.
Airballed by Bannister. I'm not sure Potter's House has made a three yet.
Well, that's what I was fixing to ask. Have they made a three?
They've certainly missed plenty. There's a steal by Bannister. Bannister taking it herself, can't finish. Put back try for Carroll, no. Third effort, off the mark for Lane. Now McMillan on the other end for DME. Getting to the hoop, getting her shot blocked by Williams. Williams leading the fast break. A 3-on-2. She'll take it herself, can't finish.
Good battle there for the ball.
Happer for DME, a 2-on-1. She bounces to Moore, and Moore's decked. Fouled by Smalls on a cross-body check. And Moore will shoot two.
You know, I think I saw that move the other night. What show was it? Let me think. Oh, Monday Night Raw. I saw that same move. Flying crossbody. You know, what about Smalls versus Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, she did just join the WWE.
Well, that was unbelievable right there. That was technique was pretty good.
Yeah, Moore misses the first.
Well, I understand why she missed that. She's still trying to collect her breath, ribs, and everything else. They're going to need a timeout. She's going to need to do some yoga at the foul line just to get everything back loosened up there. Luke?
Seen a couple of hard fouls in this one as Moore gets the second. That may be her first point of the night. Typically a top scorer for DME. They've done it without her. Three airballed by Smalls, and it'll go out of bounds to DME. DME doubling up Potter's House on the scoreboard, 58-29. Inbounds to Cantone. McMillan. Up ahead, Duckett.
Right now, I'd like to see DME just spread the floor, make Potter's House come trap, and then use ball movement. Right there, they did it there, and they make it three. Every time they're patient, spread the floor, do the right things offensively, they get what they want.
Results in the 10th three-pointer of the year for the sophomore Cantone.
That's only the 10th of the year?
For her.
With that stroke? Coach Panaggio should have gave her a green light a lot sooner than today. Good move. once again, Potter's House just struggles with the bunny there.
It's a 32-point lead for DME.
Right here, kick corner, one more. I didn't like that shot there. You had one more to one of your better players, mistuck it there, and you've been great at one more. I wanted to see one more there and let it fly.
And after the made three in the previous possession, Cantone got a little greedy.
But I will ask this now: at what point, if you're Coach Panaggio over there, are you maybe starting to rotate McMillan out, who had a fall earlier with her head? Maybe you're starting to really rotate your bench. Maybe you're getting Duckett for a rest. At some point, that's got to enter your mind, especially, as we get under 10 minutes here with a 30-point lead.
Happer from the corner.
2 trips, no extra pass, poor ball movement. DME doesn't get what they want.
McMillan crossing on Fields. Happer thought about it in the corner. Instead, cross court for Duckett. Back to Happer. Happer on the drive. Couldn't score it. More with the rebound amongst the crowd.
Great rebound.
And DME with a three-pointer for Cantone off the back iron.
The last 3 possessions for DME, 4 possessions offensively, have not looked like what DME has looked like the rest of the game to have success. Good run out. Now you got to start thinking about subbing if you're Coach Panaggio.
DME up by 34, 63, 29, 9:33 to go in the second half. And Coach Bannister takes the timeout for Potter's House as the Lady Lions find themselves behind by 34 here nearly midway through the second half. Well, looks like we're lined up for a championship tomorrow between these DME girls here on their home floor and West Oaks, who we saw earlier beat the Rock by more than 20 points.
And I think at the end of the day, we will have the 2 best teams play for the state title, which is what you want. 2 best teams, most talented teams, playing for a state title this year. Hate to see Coach Bannister's Potter's House bunch, not be able to give their best performance of the year on this stage, but you can't argue the run they've had. And this thing getting over, you never know what may happen. Still 9:33 left. I mean, look at Virginia Louisville, down 4 with 1 second left. Wow, unbelievable!
Absolutely,
unbelievable. So.
Out of the timeout, Lady Lions will have it down by 34.
DME's been in this zone the whole second half. Now we get Alexa Duckett on a break and, probably set her for a couple minutes and then maybe run her back in for someone else, just trying to rest as much as you can.
DME with just 7 players suited up.
Now you spread the floor.
More saves, a turnover for DME.
For DME, now you just spread the floor, take care of it. Good patience there. I really like to see the ball reverse there. Then let's attack a gap.
7 to shoot for DME as they will inbound in their half court. Cantone.
Great rebound, good pass.
Moore unable to finish. Cantone foul. So Cantone will shoot 2 with DME already leading by 32. 8:49 to play.
If you're DME, you're really begging them to finish the game the right way.
Moore with the block, her second of the game. But Potter's House keeps it. It leads to a lay-in for Fields. Kenesha Fields, the freshman, who will turn 15 next week, leading the way scoring-wise for the Lady Lions. She has played well tonight after going scoreless against DME earlier this year, where she missed all 4 shots. She has been poised tonight, playing as a 14-year-old there in this matchup.
Oh, right call. She couldn't control her body.
So the Lady Lions will have it down 64-33, a 31-point deficit with 8:22 to go.
You know, I would be shocked if Potter's House doesn't make it 3. They're going to hit a couple threes here.
Happer at the deflection, Moore with the steal. And then McMillan turns it back over. Fields knocked it free. Picked up by Williams. Small with the floater off the back iron. Cantone. What a nice sidestep for the finish.
You know, let me ask you this. Have you seen, you know, we look at start now, I think now it's fair to start maybe thinking about the championship game tomorrow, Luke. Turnovers. You know, DME, I don't know how many we have unofficially there, but I'm going to say they've probably turned it over 20 times. I'm going to say West Oaks did the same thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can be a championship basketball club and turn the basketball over 20 times.
Yeah, I'd say both teams with some things to clean up despite
both blowouts.
Yeah.
But both teams have really good point guards. That's what's surprising to me about it. But both point guards are not alpha. They don't have that dominant character trait. Once again, another turnover. Got to get the basketball in. No excuse for that. Coach Panaggio may have leaned over there and told Miss Duckett, get comfortable. Your night's over. Go ahead and rest.
She's still on the bench with DME leading by 33, 7.5 to go.
She may be getting ready for the old post-game meal a little early. Now I want to see her pull this out right here. No numbers. Spread the floor and take care of it. One pass, one shot. Great shot. I know that shot goes in. You just want to see more time ran there.
Happer with her 4th 3 of the night. She has 18 points. DME up by 36.
I believe the clock will run now for the rest of the time. Good outlet pass.
Roback has to save it. She does. Back to Roback. 2-pointer, no good.
I tell you, Roback has one thing figured out. If I get to the corner, they will find me, and I'm going to get shoot it.
That's her spot. She stays in that corner, waits for an opportunities. There's one. 3-pointer off the mark.
Good rebound there. Still fighting. Still playing hard.
Mm-hmm. DME up 36. Happer spinning. And her pass stolen. Williams unable to score it. Sampson loses the rebound, but Williams there to pick it up. Naismith for 3 off the mark. Another offensive rebound for the Lady Lions. A miss again for Naismith, and the reverse lay-in goes.
Still fighting.
It's a 34-point game with 5.5 to go.
Roback from the corner.
This time she drains it. .37-point lead for DME.
There's the first one of the night right there. Is that Naismith?
That was.
What a great last name.
Perfect for this sport. And DME will take a timeout with exactly 5 minutes left. DME leading 72-38, a 34-point lead as they're now 5 minutes away from matching up tomorrow with West Oaks in our SIAA championship affair here from Daytona Beach.
You know, while we're in this timeout, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what's coming next. The semifinals of the boys. Kick it off with West Oaks and the Rock. Two guard-heavy teams. Both teams play hard. Both teams with great tradition. West Oaks off of not last year, year before last, state champion, back-to-back state champions. You know, got to be excited about that matchup.
After tonight, it'll be, I think, 19.
Got to be guard heavy. Both teams play hard. Both teams execute. Both teams are road tested. Both teams have traveled all over the country and played big time basketball games. What a great semifinal. The one from the North Division, the two from the South Division. Couldn't ask for a better matchup. Justin Harden, you know, brings the Rock in. Justin does a great job. Kenny Gillion's teams always play hard. He's a former state champion. Couldn't ask for a better matchup.
And that'll be coming up just following the conclusion of this one here on the live stream.
What about Coach Panaggio over there, making sure he gets a little rest for McMillan? That's a good job. Now, I'm not so sure I wouldn't send Duckett to the corner and say, go hide.
Moore and McMillan on the bench. Duckett back in.
Our young lady in the corner there, is that Casco? Is that right? What was that name again?
Roback?
Roback's a little upset that they didn't give her a better pass. She was ready to let it fly. Good pass there.
Rayner with the finish in the lane. 74-38 the lead for DME. We're at a running clock here in the final 4.5.
You know, right now, if you're Coach Panaggio, you're over there in your mind going tick, 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 tick. Good layup there.
Make sure everyone gets out of here healthy and rested enough for tomorrow's championship for DME.
Absolutely.
Happer misses the pull-up. But she has 18 points tonight. I believe that's tops on the team for DME, including 4 3-pointers. Final 4 minutes of the game. Here's Roback to Duckett. Duckett, the lefty finish.
You know, good job right there by Roback giving it up to Duckett, but I'm going to comment on the Potter's House player there. No reason to go in and do anything foolish like try to block. Let's get her to, you know, that right there shows a lot of class, which comes from your program, from your coach and stuff like that. I can appreciate a play like that.
We've seen some hard fouls tonight already.
Saw Superfly Jimmy Snook off the top rope. Miss Duckett
drawing the foul off the spin move. She'll shoot 2.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you right now. If I'm Coach Panaggio, you know, number 33 for him, which is Miss Moore. I'm kind of over there, Miss Moore. You're looking a little comfortable on the bench. I'm going to need you to get in and get Miss Duckett out because, you know, can't have anything right there crazy happen.
Ducker with the free throw. Final 3 minutes. DME up 77-43. DME scored 76 points in each of the first 2 matchups against Potter's House this year, both wins. And they have exceeded that number tonight with 78 so far on the 2 free throws for Duckett. 2.5 to go. DME up 35. Lay-in, falling in for Davis.
Good ball movement, great pass, good finish.
Cantone with the bucket. DME up 35.
Once again, you're going tick, 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 tick.
Under the 2-minute mark here in the second half. And a 3 air ball by Bannister. She had 22 points earlier this year against DME. Smalls had 17 points earlier this year against DME. Both have been silent tonight. 3 for Duckett, short. Under 90 seconds to play.
Good move. Great move.
Carroll with the runner. Potter's House with the timeout. 1:22 to go. DME leading 80-47. And for all intents and purposes, they're on their way to take on West Oaks in tomorrow's SIAA championship here in Daytona. So the women's side of things just about squared away, at least in 88 seconds. And coming up, we'll have the men's doubleheader, the 2 semifinal games here for the SIAA with the 7 o'clock tip between the Rock and West Oaks. And then around 8:30, after the completion of that first game, will be DME taking on Victory Rock in our 2 semifinals on the boys' side, and the winners will play each other in the championship tomorrow.
You know, really excited about both boys' games, both matchups. You know, it's kind of funny. I think both matchups mirror each other a little bit. What the Rock does well, West Oaks does well. What Victory Rock does well, I think DME does well with the post player inside. Extremely excited about both matchups there.
Potter's House won the championship last year for the girls here on this floor. As the basket goes for Hayden.
You know, great decision right here. I with what Coach Panaggio's done there. You know, turnover, you're not worried about it. The lead's kind of insurmountable, and you've got 2 of your key players over there getting the rest and not risking anything crazy here. And one there. Good move. Good move. Still fighting there.
So a late push for Potter's House will make things look better in the box score, but less than a minute to go with the clock running, and DME up by 29.
You know, program Potter's House with great tradition. Going to keep battling, keep fighting. Really want to see her pull this one back out. No reason to do anything crazy.
Final 15 seconds with the clock running. This will just about do it. Canton will dribble out the clock, and DME will be on its way to the SIAA championship here tomorrow against West Oaks. The run is over for Potter's House Christian. They won last year 46-40 in the championship against the Rock. They've won a handful of championships consecutively, but their season comes to an end with a 28-point loss here against DME in the semifinals. DME against West Oaks tomorrow night for the championship, and what should be a heck of a matchup.
And for our viewers, you know, we're going to stay on time here. We're not going to start the boys semi till 7 o'clock. So we're gonna stay to tradition on that. But I agree with you. I think tomorrow night's championship, you know, as a tournament, as a state tournament, you want the best 2 teams playing. I think we've got that tomorrow night.
So it'll be DME against West Oaks, both teams winning by more than 20 points in their semifinal matchups. Tonight we have the championship all set on the girls' side. Now time to figure out who will be playing in the boys' championship tomorrow. It begins with the first half of our doubleheader. For the men's side, coming up here at the top of the hour, the Rock against West Oaks at 7 o'clock. Tip right here on the live stream. We'll be back in about 34 minutes for the tip-off of that matchup with the boys' semifinals coming up next right here on the live stream from DME Sports Academy in Daytona Beach.